Hello world, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, it's the 4th of September 2014. A couple of years ago I was looking at charts and saying to the world, look, we're nearly at the end of 2012, all hell's about to break loose. A year and a half ago I was going, yeah, well, we're through that now. Now we're beginning to look towards 2014 and the Grand Cross. 6 months ago I was going, oh, we're smack in the middle of the Grand Cross now, all hell's breaking loose. Now I'm looking at the big picture and I'm beginning to get a perspective that suggests to me that the astrological events of recent years have in many ways just been a warm-up. I'm looking at the big picture. I'm not looking at the eclipses. I'm not looking at Mars. I'm looking at the movements of Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. The Uranus-Pluto square continues. It's past its peak, but it's still ongoing. They will square each other again in April next year, and that will probably be the last one. Saturn is about to leave Scorpio for the first time. It will return there next year for a bit, but by the time we're into February and March, Saturn's going to be standing still, very strongly square to Neptune. That's one. Saturn square Neptune. 2. So as we speak, now at the start of September, Jupiter's about to move into 11 degrees of Leo. Pluto is at 11 degrees of Capricorn. There is an inconjunction between Jupiter and Pluto ongoing at the moment. An inconjunction is like an itch you can't scratch. It's 150 degrees, it's a niggle and a frustration. It's one of those influences that says you're not going to be happy with what the outcome is no matter what you do, but you're not going to be totally unhappy either. It's where everyone has to meet halfway and no one's happy, but no one's really upset. Thing is, with Jupiter in conjunct Pluto now, with the state of the world that's going on, then it's likely to result over the next few days in just another set of fudges. And I think I'm referring to this big meeting that's happening 15 miles up the road from where I am, of NATO chiefs. And God, you can't move for bloody police and security around where I am at the moment. And this is 20 miles away, so goodness knows what it's like in Newport. With Jupiter in conjunct Pluto now and then again in February, March of next year, it really does seem as if now we are entering what I see as the final phase and the permanent outcomes of major political and economic rejigging. And I do suspect that over the coming 6 months there is going to be more and more attrition and more sideways sniping across the board. And I do expect the economic political situation of the world to degenerate over the next 6 months until we will reach some type of crunch point around February, March of next year, where there will be the unsustainability will become so palpable that there will have to be developments, This may or may not be triggered by sudden situations arising before them. If so, you can be sure that when Mars moves into Sagittarius in a couple of weeks' time, squares Neptune, or the eclipses coming up in October, yeah, that's going to bring some trouble. Today's, well, the moon's in Capricorn. It's going to pass over Pluto in about 12 hours' time, and in about 20 hours' time it will pass square to Uranus. So today is a day of action. Look at Capricorn in your chart. Look what house the early part of Capricorn is, and see what affairs of that house actually need working on today, because there is the capacity at the moment for being a little bit more eliminative, sharp, focused, ruthless, yes, no, black, white. And I would expect today to bring quite an incisive energy into individuals' lives, especially with the moon coming up to conjunct Pluto. Yes, something like this is happening every 7 days at the moment, but it does seem one of those days where there can be incisive decisions and actions. And Mars is coming up to oppose Algol. Algol is the star that the Arabs knew as the losing of one's head. So I do expect further atrocities from IS in the next few days, sorry to say. Okay, not particularly brilliant forecast today, but an industrious one. The moon's in Capricorn. You can make a difference in your life, and the better your life works, the better the outside world works. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Catch you later. Bye.